2 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 4 to 10. This was Paul talking. And he said, I want us to look at how true ministers are approved, because it is totally different from the way the world does their own. We then, let me start from 1. We then, as workers together with him, with Christ, beseech you also that you receive not the grace of God in vain. For he said, I have heard thee in a time accepted, and in the day of salvation have I succored thee. The day of salvation have I helped thee. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. And he said, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. As a true minister, you are going to be approved by the things I'm going to mention here, so that the ministry will not be what? Blamed. 1. But in all things, approving ourselves as ministers of God in much patience. You see? A true minister, a true shepherd must have much patience. How do you have this much patience? It is achieved through trials of faith. As you can see in James 1:3. We'll go there later. Okay, let's quickly look at James 1:3. Because before we come back to this particular place, it's very necessary so that you see how you achieve such faith. It is not sold on the road or gotten in a Bible school. James 1:3. He said, okay, 1 and 2 and 3. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. He said, count it all joy. Why? Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. The trying of your faith worketh patience. While you are being tried, your faith is being tried, is to bring the fruit of patience. You see, that is why your faith is being tried. So, you have to be approved as a minister of God in much patience. 1. In afflictions. How many times have you gone affliction as a shepherd? How many times have you been afflicted? Then, in necessities, have you had lack? Have you had lack to the point that to eat becomes a problem? Do I go on the air and start saying what I went through? Have you gone through lack where you have nothing to eat? Yourself, your wife, your children. In distresses, have you been distressed? Like Job was distressed. Job was there. Nobody has ever tampered with him, with his family, with his business, this and that. And the moment Satan came along, running up and down, God asked him, where are you coming from? He said, why are you asking me that questions? I'm coming, you sent me away from the throne now. Will you also send me away from the earth? I'm going around to see what is going on among men. And God asked him, have you now watched and see that there's nothing like my servant? Nobody like my servant, Job. Say, this one that you surrounded with everything. He gave him everything. He has never had lack. He has never had any trial, this and that. Remove those things and know whether it will cost you. Say, okay, I permit you. Go and remove it, but don't touch his skin. Don't ever touch his skin. Job didn't even know what was going on. He didn't know that God boasted with him. And now that brought opportunity for Satan to finish him up. And Satan came like a wounded lion to destroy Job. Such things may happen in your life without you knowing, where God and the kingdom of darkness are battling if you are a true shepherd. And Satan will get permission to come and teach you there is difference between June and July. And along the line, will begin to say that God has forsaken you. And they will offer you all manner of lies so that they will get you to be deceived. You see? So, Job faced so many distresses, but he kept his faith because that is the key. Spiritual, financial, health-wise, material, even touching deaths of his family. He lost all his children. Hi. God, don't tempt me that one. Everything. I don't want to go into what I went through, but it's horrible. You cannot be great with mouth, or because you know how to speak big grammar, or you went to a big school. No. And when we are talking about all this, it's the things you pass through in the Lord. In the Lord. You see?